Give thanks to Allah for the moon and the stars. Praise Him all day for what is and what was. Take hold of your iman. Don't give in to shaitan. Oh, you.
Somebody bought a well belonging to the neighbor. Two neighbors, one like this, one like this. The backyard of one of the neighbors has a well in it. And so the other neighbor decided to buy it from that neighbor. Instead of coming and fetch water every day, coming to fetch water every day from the neighbor, he said, look, neighbor, this is your well, sir, I want to buy. Since you have other sources of water, it's not only one well. You have one here, you have one another place, which is yours. Instead of me coming to ask your permission every day to say, I want to fetch water, I want to fetch water, and disturbing you and disturbing your peace, why don't you sell the well to me? The neighbor said, okay. How much will you buy it for? They negotiated, bargained, and they said, okay, I'm going to pay X amount of money. And so that neighbor who wants to buy paid the other neighbor for the well. And the following day, the neighbor that bought the well came and wanted to fetch water. He met that the well had been locked. How can you lock the well now? We have already bought it. He said, what do you want to do with the well? He said, I want to fetch water now. He said, It's the well you bought to, not the water inside. When you marry somebody and you pay dowry, what do you pay for in that dowry? When you marry a woman that is beautiful, it is that beauty and pedigree you actually paid for. What of her character? Did you also pay for the character? I don't think we do. But it is assumed that if we should take this case to the court, for example, do you understand it now? How is the judge going to judge this case? The two neighbors who said it is only the well you paid for, you didn't pay for the water. If they get to the judge and you are the Qadi, how are you going to settle this matter? How do you relate this issue to your marriage? When you pay a dowry for a woman, you've bought everything about that woman. You all agree that the man should have left the water alone in the well. That means the water and the well belongs to the buyer. Yes. So when we marry each other, we don't only marry the good things. So the access and the liability, you marry everything 100%. Not for a man to tomorrow to say, look, my in-law, take your daughter back. I don't want her again. That what? This is not what I paid for. You paid for everything. Her good, her bad, her ugliness, her smell, her stench. You bought everything. The Moria, the Kanshi. Everything, you bought everything alongside. When you marry a man also, you don't just marry his looks. So you don't just marry his bank account. You don't just marry whatever good way he speaks, sweet words of his mouth. You also marry his mother, that's a witch, alongside. You marry the grandmother alongside, that is very old. You marry everything, everybody in his family alongside. Take notice of that. For the woman, many people will buy gift for you, they will send gift to you, they will congratulate you. When something happens, you'll be on your own. No? It's going to be left with you and your husband, and you are going to rock it together, whether it is good or bad.
Give thanks to Allah for the moon and the stars.